Welcome to Kapsuswa Farm. My name is Robert Boit and I'm the operations manager.
Kapsuswa Farm and Samsaraline Company Limited is located in US in Jisu County, Turbo constituency, Sequoia location, 20 kilometers west from Eldred Town.
Kapsuswa Farm has been a family business operating for over 50 years, operating principally as a maize and dairy farm, incorporated in 1994 by Mrs. Sarah Boit.
The farm is a family-owned business that has over the last 20 years invested significant resources to grow from a small business entity to a large manufacturing entity with an exceptional growth potential. Our mission is to establish ourselves as a trusted and preferred brand name in our community by not only providing high-quality product, but also giving back to the society by sharing knowledge, creating job opportunities, and helping the less fortunate and the disadvantaged. We are involved in a number of activities ranging from real estate, tea, maize and dairy farming. The company is now venturing into downstream processing of its raw products, which will be retailed through our Pure Farm shop outlets. Milk is being processed and dispensed in our milk ATM systems within Eldred Town. Recently, we have constructed a 33,000 square foot factory for the production of maize flour, corn oil and animal feeds. According to the farm operations manager, Mr. Robert, the farm takes pride in producing and retailing quality products, with an excellent customer service. The farm also manages and controls all aspects of production processes, from farm to plate, by doing all possible to minimize waste and to ensure the environment is in a better state. The business is split into three main activities. 1. Tea business. This is operated under SBT Estate. 2. Milk business, operated under Sazwa Dairies. And 3. Maize milling and production, operated under Waring Maize Millers. Tea business.
Samsaraline Company Limited has put in place measures to ensure its long-term sustainability and profitability, which we have managed to transform our tea business from an economical labor-intensive operation to become the fully fast, mechanized and highly efficient tea estate in East Africa. The mechanization of the tea estate resulted in a 70% reduction in operational costs.
Milk business.
The business has transformed its dairy operation from a small-scale dairy producing 200 liters per day to an ultra-modern operation. The ultra-modern facility as of today produces up to 3,000 liters of milk per day.
So my name is Jared Toth. I'm the assistant dairy manager, Kapsuswa Farm, under the dairy. My work is to make sure that the cows are fed well, the feeds are delivered in the right area. If they are heifers or dairy cows or calves, they are delivered at the right time. So this is our total mixed ration feeds, whereby we do different types of feeds to come up with a total mixed ration. For example, we have silage, then we have hay, we have concentrates, we have minerals, we have protein, and sometimes we add water and molasses to come up with this total mixed ration. We feed this one to the dairy herd, whereby the total mixed feed is 5,500 kilos. So if you do some rationing, each cow in the dairy will feed around 35 kilos per day. This is our total mixed ration machine called feed wagon. The wagon is divided into, let's say, I can say 4 parts. The weighing part, if you load the feeds, it will measure the amount of feed you require. We have the chopping and mixing area. Inside the machine, we have the auger and we have the chopping rods, whereby the hay are chopped, the silage are chopped and mixed. So we have the auger, which brings out feeds from the wagon to the feeding area. This wagon works with a loader. So this man is in charge of the loader. The loader loads to the feed wagon. So making our work easier and reducing our labor. So you can imagine one person feeding the whole cows compared to the other time whereby 5 people feeding the whole cows. From the feed delivery point, we take our feeds to the feeding section, whereby in the feeding section we have different groups. We have group A, we have group 1, group 1A, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Each group has a different milk production and different feeding. Group A feeds more than the other groups because their level of production is high compared to the other groups. So our feeding graphs goes down from the highest to the lowest. Our feeding is done 3 times. In the morning at 3, in the midday 11, and then in the evening at 6:30 in the evening. So from feeding, we are now heading to the milking parlor. Our cows are milked using the latest technology milking machine. So in the milking parlor, the cow enters into the milking stall, whereby you have to restrain the cow. So after restraining the cow, you come here. You just use this disinfectants mixed with warm water. So you just dip the towel and squeeze it. Then you wipe the teeth of the cow. After wiping the cow, you just take the first milk to check if there is mastitis. So as you can see, this one, the teeth are clean. So this is our cluster. This is the one that milks. So you just hold here. You hear that sound. Then you attach the teeth one by one. You just attach, and milking starts. After touching the cluster, the milk goes through this pipe to the milk meter. So the work of this one is to measure the milk produced by each cow. So from here you can see the milk kilo is 9 liters. So when 1 liter goes to the milk tank, 1 liter comes here. So the whole process milking goes until you don't see the milk here. It's now the work of the clerk to record the milk, then the work of the milker to release the milk clusters through here, then attach this one, and then release this one to the milk collection tank. Then you disinfect the cow. So after removing the claspers, we now disinfect the udder, the teeth. So this is a mixture of water and mustard. Mustard helps to reduce the chances of mastitis, especially when the cow is in the field, as now the teeth canal is open, so this will reduce the chances of mastitis. So the ratio of this one is 2 of mustard and 1 part of water. So you just disinfect the cow one teeth at a go. So after disinfecting the cow, you now release the cow to the feeding area. So the cow will just go and relax in the feeding section or in the paddocks in the field. So this is where the milk from the cows comes to this point for cooling. Then it is dispatched from here to the town. So after milking, after every milking, every group milk, the milk comes here. So from this tank, it's then pumped by this pump to the cooler. Our milk will be stored here from 12 in the evening until tomorrow in the morning at 6. This is when we dispatch the milk to the milk ATM.
My name's Moses Wawire, the dairy clerk, Suswa Dairies. I record the milk production every day, and during milking, it is carried out thrice a day. Now, during milking, I record milking as per cow per day during all the 3 sessions of milking. Apart from that, the recordings are very essential, whereby now I'm the key holder of the dairy session, of which any deviation in milk production to any cow, now I'm the detector to carry the information forward for the effective measure to be taken to know how and why the animal is reducing milk production. In addition to that, after calving, now we take care of the calves for 7 days. Let's take for example, here is a calf of which was calved on 27th last month at 4 p.m. in the evening, where it stayed for 7 days. After 7 days, it is transferred to another pen, where the calf now are stayed for almost 2 months.
From the milking parlor, you saw the calf. You saw the calf in the milking parlor, whereby the calf, after being calved, it stays there for 7 days. Then after 7 days, it is now transferred to the calf section. So in the calf section, we have three parts. We have the first one, whereby the calf immediately after 7 days will be nursed here. So this is where I will determine the future production of a cow. So if you mess here, I promise you will not get the amount of milk you require. So from here, each calf is in its pen, and each calf has its own feeding trough and water trough, and even milk bucket will be provided. After 3 months, the calf is now transferred into this double pen. So the double pen the calf will feed with solid feeds, but the milk will reduce. Let's say 1 liter or 2 liters, depending with the growth of the calf. Though the calf stays here for 3 months. After 3 months, it is then transferred to the last pen, whereby that pen, it is fully solid material, solid feeds, silage, hay, dairy meal, and water ad libitum, and also some supplements, mineral supplement. Then from there, it is then transferred to the heifer section. So the heifer section, you graduate the calf to the heifer section. That's after 7-8 months. So it is that time that the calf is called an heifer. So when it is transferred here, the feeds are ad libitum. As you can see, the trough is full. Our cows are tagged. So this is the tags that we use. So like this one, the cow is called Elgut 16, working number 171. So tagging helps us in determining the average production per cow. It also helps us to do breeding so that we know the certain cow was served at this time. So which time is it going to calve down? So during tagging, you just, let's say if this tag is need to be replaced, so you just write the name of the cow, Elgut 16, that is the family name. The 16 is the number of cows in that family. 171 is the working number, the number of cow in this farm. So you just write starting with the name of the cow, then you followed by the number in that family, then you end with the working number of the cow. So process of tagging, you just use this ear tag applicator, whereby you take the tag, you put it in this string, then you squeeze it inside. Then you restrain the cow, and then you just tag. And that's the procedure of tagging.
The farm has installed batch pasteurizers, milk coolers and 4 dispensers, able to process, hold and dispense over 2,000 liters of milk each day. To support the downstream expansion plans, the farm already has a feedlot and automatic inline, 8-cow milking parlors. This is able to feed and efficiently milk 210 cows, with an additional support equipment such as balers, grass and maize forage harvesters, feed mixers, slurry spreaders among others. Maize milling and production.
Samsaraline Company Limited in 2004 made an investment in a medium size of 30 tons per day maize milling plant. The plant will mill approximately 100,000 bags of maize per year at full capacity. The farming business currently has 1,200 acres under maize, of which 1,000 acres will support the milling plant and 200 acres silage for the dairy business. All maize production operations are fully mechanized, from tillage to harvesting, to ensure efficiency, reliability, and high yields.
Maize milling processes.
My name is Jackson Kirwa. I am the mill manager at Wareng Maize Millers. At Wareng Maize Millers, we mill maize flour by the name Pure Sembe, Pure Unga. Our processes begin at the farm level. We consider the quality of the raw material, which is dry maize, the moistures, and all the other qualities are checked by the quality officer of the mill. The maize harvested by the combined harvester brought, weighed at the weigh bridge, then the warehouse, and at the warehouse we start the process of drying the maize using a mechanized dryer. Upon finishing the drying, the maize is bagged, then staked, awaiting milling. Our milling process is elaborate. We mill our maize using a rough milling machine, and the maize is taken at the hopper, through the cleaners, through the conditioners, through the dijammer to the main mill. After that, they are received at the containers for awaiting packaging. Packaging is done manually, and we package our flour into half kg packets, 1 kg packet, 2 kg packet, 25 kg bag, that is PPR, and the 50 kg bags. Our byproducts are utilized internally by our dairy section, and our flour are offloaded to the market, starting from market within around us, all the way to Western Kenya, West Pokot, Kapsabet, Eldoret, and Kelgeyo Marakwet. Pure Unga or Pure Sembe has received a good reception since its inception in 2015, and it is our practice to provide high quality flour to the market. Thank you.
Kapsuswa Farm also hosts the Graduate Farmer Initiative, an agribusiness empowerment program that aims to empower the youth and women from being job seekers to creators through agribusiness.
My name is Joseph Boit, and I am the team leader of the Graduate Farmer Initiative. Graduate Farmer connects farmers to practical hands-on training, affordable drip irrigation kits, agricultural information and consultation. Since its founding in 2015, Graduate Farmer has undergone many changes in both business structure and how its operation in regard to agribusiness and empowerment of youth and women. Its main aim is to empower and guide the youth and women from becoming job seekers to creators through the agribusiness value chain. So the main aim of Graduate Farmer basically is to provide practical agricultural training, which as you can see from this farm, we've set up a demo farm which will be able to train young farmers on horticulture. Things like sukuma wiki, tomatoes, managu. We also have another farm that we're trying to set up there for watermelon farming. So how we try and empower these young farmers in Kenya is that we have tailor-made drip irrigation kits greenhouses and solar pumps, which in many cases they're usually expensive in the Kenyan market. So what we've done, we've assembled here on this farm, tailor-make them to fit the young farmers' needs, who in many cases would end up spend a lot of money buying these systems from the existing companies in the market. The drip irrigation systems that you see on this farm, we supply them at affordable prices to the young farmers. A kit like this for an eighth of an acre, you can get it at 15,000 shillings. That includes all the connectors, the header pipe, the HDP header pipe, the filter, the elbow, the tees, minus the tank. We give you this kit with an installation manual for those who do not want to incur the expenses that comes with installing an irrigation system. Other than the irrigation kits, we also supply the greenhouse materials. As you can see, this greenhouse, it's made of wood, which is sourced from readily available materials. And all the farmer needs to do is to just get the layout, of the greenhouse. And after they get the layout, we send a technician to the farm, and they're able to guide them on how to make the first greenhouse. And because we are young farmers, we understand what you feel, we understand your pain, we also understand the economy is really tough on most beginner farmers. When it comes to farming, it's not that easy as most farmers think. That is why what we provide you is something that we actually use on our farm. And when you come to Kapsuswa Farm, you'll be able to find all this happening right here, right now. You'll be able to see what we are growing, what we are doing, how we sell the crops, how we install the irrigation systems. You'll be able to see our pain, the struggles, the challenges that comes with farming, because as young farmers, we know what goes on the farm. The Graduate Farmer Initiative has been voted twice at the BEC Awards, that is the Kenyan Blog Awards, agricultural category, as the best agricultural blog in Kenya in 2015 and 2017.
Farm business challenges.
In the past, we had a few challenges, and one of the challenges is the varying climatical changes, which really affected most of our businesses, from the dairy to the maize and also to the tea in Nandi Hills, which forced us to acquire a dedicated and tailor-made weather station for the farm, which has really helped us in planning, management, and also decision-making for most of the activities at the farm.
Future plans.
Samsaraline Company Limited is currently in the process of rebranding the business to Pure Products Kenya Limited, so as to be able to grow and sell a unique but essential range of food products, fulfilling everyone's daily needs. Our simple plan is to be able to produce and sell 4 essential food items, namely maize flour, milk, corn oil, and tea. These are essential items that every citizen requires and consumes on a daily basis.
In the tea business section,
plans are currently underway to set up a tea manufacturing and packaging plant which will utilize raw materials from the tea estate, increasing turnover and employing additional people.
In the milk business,
we intend to roll out 2 to 4 new milk dispensing ATMs every year to cater for the growing demand of high-quality milk at customer-friendly prices and packaging. We envisage selling over 10,000 liters daily in Eldoret and its environs. The business is in the process of acquiring a continuous pasteurization plant, the capacity to process 1,000 liters an hour. In addition to this, we already acquired a pouch packaging machine for milk, fresh milk, and cultured milk packaging, and intend to purchase a cup filling machine for yogurts and ice creams.
Finally, on the milling section,
the farm plans to increase the acreage under maize and soya to 5,000 acres in the next 3 years via partnerships with neighboring medium-scale farmers. The company at present has invested heavily downstream and believes that it is the only way to make farming in the long run sustainable and profitable.